or just?
Put the gun down before you kill someone.
Teenage Girl's Diary.
Hello, and welcome to another Dollar Store Drive-In. I'm your host, Laura.
I'm Joel.
This is Shaggy and Bailey. And we're the Newlydeads.
And they're the Newly Dogs, and apparently they're really needy tonight.
Very needy. It's also raining outside, so maybe that has something to do with it. He's going to knock over some things. Anyways, we record this show out of our house, if you can't tell. And these are our familiars, if you want to call them that. Our show, if this is your first time watching, is a little chat show that Mr. Newlydad and I created, where we watch a dollar store or discounted movie that we find either in the wild or on the interwebs. And this month we are doing... Yeah, what do I call it?
October Spooktacular
Showdown. Yes, I name things all the time and then I forget what they're called.
And then I try to remember them.
So this is the October Spooktacular Showdown. Spooktacular Showdown.
I gotta go to the doctor and check my spookulars.
Where we had a contest and someone won it on our Facebook page.
You know who you are.
You know who you are.
Something's coming soon. If it hasn't already, it depends on when. We'll get to it. We're working on it.
Yeah. So, it's coming. But this is October, at least in our land. I think it is October probably for them that are watching as well.
This is the third episode of the Showdown, and it's still October.
Sweet.
It's almost over.
Yes.
One more week to go.
Yes.
For sure. For October, I should say.
Sorry about shagging and shakins. The contest was basically Mr. Newlydad found a whole bunch of fun Halloween-themed movies, and they chose 4 of them. Yeah, at random. And then we randomly chose someone to win. And I think we might do it again. Maybe like Creepy Creepmas or something like that.
There's enough Krampus movies these days. You could just throw a rock at a stick at a
I'm sure there's some
wall,
Yeti movies.
There's lots of, snow beasts and things like that.
Yeah, Snow Beast. That sounds amazing.
So we may do a Creepmas special month as well. We'll see. We're working it out.
Yeah. So anyways, this week. Yeah.
If it is 6:30 p.m. Central Standard Time where you are and you're watching the show, go to tinglertelevision.com. Click on the Tingler Roku drop down from the menu and chat with us. We will be sitting there eating our dinner, having just finished recording an episode, and we will chat with you about the film we're watching or other films or food or dogs or whatever. It doesn't matter. Ask us. We'll talk.
Yeah. It's fun.
But
we like talking to people.
What did we watch this week? Sorry.
We watched a movie from 2018, which he's going to go into all that, but it's called Bad Apples. Bad Apples. And so, the synopsis, I usually read the back of the, DVD or Blu-ray or whatever we've got sitting here, but since we don't have one, I'm going to say, a long time ago, a man and a woman had a tussle, and bad things happened to that woman. Fast forward into the future, and there are very many bad children in this neighborhood. And what the unsuspecting couple doesn't know is they will be terrorized by a couple of bad apples on Halloween night. The end. Wouldn't you say that? That's pretty good? Sure.
We'll roll with it. We'll let you guys be the Judd one. Judd? We'll let you be the Winona or the Naomi Judd.
Yeah.
Or Ashley.
I mean, the actual synopsis, I actually had it here a second ago. But the actual synopsis was something along them lines. Now my internet's not working.
That's all right. The trailer.
The trailer will show all of it.
Known as a trailer.
Yes, is coming on soon.
That will give you a rough breakdown of what the movie was about. You can always go look it up online, but I always appreciate when she off the top of her head.
Tries to make up stupidness.
Once we get back to the big box of badness, we will have boxes for her to read the synopses off of for the weeks we're not talking about things that don't have boxes. Which should be more of them than not.
Oh, so, I found it. On Halloween night, 2 malevolent children terrorize a young and innocent couple in their home, subjecting them to an evening they will never forget.
Oh, I didn't get started.
The end.
Synopsis was too short.
But anyways.
Too short.
Should we pull that trailer on in? Get it going. Beep, 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 beep. Here it goes. Ready for the train? I mean, the trailer? And a train? We should have a trailer.
And a trailer. A trailer?
Beep, beep.
What's a trailer?
It's a weird day.
All right, it's a weird day.
We'll be right back.
Now, you may be used to certain teaching methods back where you're from. This is a very particular town. We have to watch these kids closer than ever before. These kids, they're dangerous. They're dangerous now.
I'm sure I'll do just fine. There's somebody at the door.
Of course there is. It's Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
And we're back. What did you think about that? Train wreck of a trailer.
Them apples, says Will Hunting.
I looped it back to the train.
You did, the trailer.
The trailer.
Because for them it's been like 2 minutes or so. For us it's been like however long it was. You will never know because you aren't here. Bailey knows, but he's not telling because he can't tell time.
Although he thinks he can.
He thinks he can do a lot of things. He once tried to fix my car. Still never works right.
Anyways, what you got, Senior Newlydead?
I got a big paper full of so many notes. I couldn't fit them all. I had to go up the side. I got pictures. I got pictures of
all kinds of pictures.
Some pumpkins and some masks and a masky and the word stab and a mask and some candy. No apples though. Oh wait, no, I lied. There's one apple. So there's a bad apple.
One bad apple.
Spoiled the whole bunch.
It
so
sure did.
This is from 2018. Currently sitting at 3.2 out of 10 on the Internet Movie Database. This is week 3 of the October Spooktacular Showdown, just as a reminder. This was written and directed by Brian Coyne in The Fountain, who also is known for Harvard Park.
Harvard Park.
Don't know what that's about. And Infernal. Don't know what that's about either. I know what Infernal Affairs is. All three of them.
I can't say anything fun about that.
Infernal?
No, the Harvard Park.
Harvard
I
Park.
can't say Infernal.
Take your car down to the yard, Boston.
Sorry for anyone that is on the
From Boston
area.
It's just, it's, I've been doing all kinds of accents.
It's a thing, you know. You know.
So this stars one, Brea Grant, who you've probably seen in several other things if you watch anything currently that is filmed. She was in The Stylist, which is a horror movie that we have yet to watch, but is on the long list. She is in After Midnight, which I am excited to watch, the Jeremy Sauliner film, who is known for doing Battery.
Are they going to let it all hang out?
One of the best zombie films of this past decade. I don't know. They might.
Guts.
Probably some guts, nuts, and butts. And she was in A Ghost Story, which is on the shelf.
Oh,
as is
yeah.
Battery, but
As is what?
Battery. And she was in Holidays, which was a anthology film that Kevin Smith directed, one of the anthology bits. It's a horror film.
Did we watch that?
I've seen it. I don't know if you've seen it. They do one for Easter and Christmas, and I think there's one for Arbor Day even. I don't know. There's a bunch.
Maybe I haven't.
But Kevin Smith does one
Do
of
you
them.
have it on the shelf?
No. And his daughter is in it. Harley's in one of the shorts too.
Cool.
Brea Grant is also known for directing. She directed a film called 12 Hour Shift, which stars Angela Bettis. If you've not seen it and you like really weird, action-y, thriller, comedy, dark things,
I think I've seen that.
it's pretty dark, but it's really good. I enjoyed it quite a bit. But I like Angela Bettis. What?
You have a loaf.
I do. I have a little potato loaf here. This also stars in the two leading roles of the two bad apples. Ally Fitzgerald, who is known for a film called Quarantine L.A. or Quarantine Law. Maybe it's a musical. And Heather Vaughn, who is just known for this. Sorry, Heather. I threw this name in at the last minute when we were watching the movie because I was like, I didn't realize this guy was in it. So when I was looking at the cast, he was a little further down. Richard Reel, who, if you saw his face, you'd be like, I know that guy. Because he was Buddy from Halloween 2, the Robert Zombiford film. He was in Office Space as the Jump to Conclusions Matt guy.
Oh, yeah.
And he's done more TV than I can
He's
shake
the guy that got
a
ran
stick
over.
at.
Yeah.
Who
Yep.
is living his best life.
Living his best life.
Yeah. That's Richard Reel. And he was in this film and he played the principal of the school.
Jump to conclusions, man. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I remember that
He was
guy.
the principale.
Yes, I do remember that.
So that's it for the statistics before we get into the meat and potatoes of the show. My wife usually says,
What'd you think?
and I'm going to say, you'll see.
What's that mean?
That you'll find out as we go through. Like, I don't
Tell
want to
me.
spoil it. We'll find out as we go.
Okay.
So, first of all, something happens at the beginning that she referenced in her little synopses that I have to say, there was no more reference to it until the very, very end. Which I get holding off some exposition because you want people to be like, oh, what's going on? But the reveal wasn't worth the wait, in my opinion. And just spoiler alert, what happened to you during the film?
I fell asleep.
Horde. Like, she missed, like, the entire third act, more or less.
Yeah.
So, if that tells you anything right out of the gate,
I remember the jump to conclusions, Matt guy.
and what happened to him. This film has a lot of problems. I was hoping for better, because, as I said last week, it kind of reminded me of what Tragedy Girls was, and in reality, it's nothing like Tragedy Girls, but it feels kind of like a spiritual successor, or less-cessor. But it's got a lot of continuity issues. Like, things just... Like, the main character's clothes, she goes from wearing pajamas to being fully dressed to pajamas to fully dressed within the time frame that's moving forward. So it's not like she's jumping back and forth in time. Like, it's very clearly delineated that she's going forward in her day. But she keeps... Unless she's changing back and forth out of the same outfits because she's confused or something... I don't know, it was weird.
Yeah. I do remember that, and he was very confused about it.
It's not like, the glass is this full and then it's this full, or the cigarette is, halfway smoked and then it's full and then it's like a butt. It's not like that. It's like an entire outfit.
Yeah. Why?
Why? Why is somebody not paying attention and showing her, look, here's the Polaroids of what you look like when we stop filming?
And she's like, I don't care about this movie. I'm just going to come in my pajamas.
Yeah. There's a lot of foreshadowing in this film, so if you are familiar with how to read or foreshadowing, or you understand how foreshadowing works, you'll figure it out. It's pretty telecast like a lightsaber from the darkness. I don't know what I'm going for there. I have a lot of questions, like, why do they think that the guy across the street is a pedo? Like, they never say whether he actually is.
I do remember that. Mm-hmm.
Like, the neighbor just is like, that guy's a pedophile. And then she's like,
And then he's like, I must be a pedophile across the street. And he gets mad about it.
Yeah. And they never really say whether that's a justified thing. Actually, they do later on. But at the time, it's like...
Why?
Why? And the woman... she's strange, but she just like automatically trusts her. It's that what she's saying is true. However, she gives her a very nice pie that is full of Halloween candy and, looks like a nice little pie. She doesn't even try it. She just
Straight to the trash.
straight into the disposal and grinds it up and throws away the tin. Like, why?
Sad.
It's sad.
That's a waste of pie.
It's a waste of Halloween pie. Especially if you trust her enough to think that the guy's a pedophile, but you don't trust her enough to eat her delicious
Pie?
dessert. I thought the masks were okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I felt like that was one of the best parts of the film.
Mm-hmm.
And Bria Grant's not bad. I mean, she's got a pretty good resume. It's not like she's not getting work. She's a decent actress. But it's very, very slow. But not in a slow way. It's more of a dull.
Yeah, that's probably why I fell asleep.
Yeah. Did you? Because I remember you kept saying this movie is really
Boring.
and slow. I think you said the word slow a lot.
Yeah, and then I was like,
And all of a sudden,
and then I was slow.
You were having
My brain was slow.
SEM instead of REM
Slow eye movement.
because you were sleeping and the movie was already slow, so you were like really slowly,
Really slow.
and so even your dreams were slow.
I don't like falling asleep during movies.
She
I
doesn't.
really don't.
And
But I
the
do
only-
it sometimes.
I mean, the only time I get kind of like sad about it is if it's something I really want you to watch. In this case,
Yeah.
plus it kind of dictates where your rating is going to go. And I have notes, so it's not like I'm like, oh, what happened? I don't remember.
Yeah.
When the movie finally kind of gets going in the third act, it doesn't really go anywhere. Like, it's like, okay, let's go, and it revs up, and then it just trips.
It's like, just kidding. We're still slow.
We're still a bunch of bad apples. Then there was the fact that they have these masks on, which are more or less like if you grew up in the 80s and you had the masks with the
strings.
strings, it's kind of like those.
Mm-hmm.
But yet when they talk to each other or talk to any of the other characters, it's like.
It was like, what?
But then like from here, like. Oh, you couldn't see what my recommendation was it?
No.
So, yeah, they're very hard to understand, which is kind of a shame because, they were giving away some plot points, I think.
Yeah.
The sound mixing was bad. The cinematography was bad. You couldn't see what was going on a lot of the time, which was unfortunate. It's not like you were watching a bad secondhand dub. Like, it just was poorly shot. There were some really obvious things that were there as plot devices, like the main character gets stabbed, and as she's trying to get away, she intentionally, like very, very clearly, intentionally goes up to the wall, throws herself against it, wipes the blood down the wall, and then continues going. So to make sure that there's a blood streak on the wall. Why did it have to be so obvious?
Because it was slow.
I guess because she was moving so slow, she was afraid she wasn't going to get it. I was kind of hoping we weren't going to see the two bad apples' faces. Nope. You got to see their faces. I think it would have been better if you didn't see their faces.
Oh. I didn't see their faces because I fell asleep.
It's true. But, like, if you see a movie where there's a killer in it, like Chrome Skull, for example, Laid to Rest, their Laid to Rest series. There's two of them, and they're fantastic, but they're very, like, super bloody, gory, kind of like The Collector. But both of those movies, the Collector trilogy, which was another one supposedly in the works, those two films, very iconic leads, but you never see their faces.
Nope.
Not once.
I saw The Collector in the theater.
Did you?
I did.
All three of those films. Three? Was there three of them? The
I
Collector,
saw
the
the
Collection,
first one.
and
Oh, maybe I did see The Collection.
maybe I think there was three, and then Laid to Rest there was two. Yeah, any movie that can make Brian Austin Green a good detective, like counterpoint to the main bad guy, that's talent. The best part of the movie, though, was at the end, and I kind of wished you would have seen it because it was. Do you remember in Halloween 2018 or in Terrifier 1 what they did to some people's heads? What the bad
Yeah.
guys did to their heads, what they turned them into?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they did that, but with his tummy. I just wanted to say tummy. Yeah, they did that to his... And there was a cool shot where it was inside, and you're like... You could tell that it wasn't like a jack-o'-lantern because there's way too much blood and viscera and stuff, but you couldn't quite tell where it was on the body. But you could see like the teeth, and it was kind of a neat shot. And they light a candle, and then they cut to her, and then she sees that it's somebody that's been killed. I won't say who in case you want to watch it. And they've been turned into a giant tummy lantern. Tummy lantern?
Tummy lantern?
Yeah. And it's actually a pretty good effect. It looks pretty cool. And they're kind of, flip about it. And then things just... You're like, okay, here it comes. The big fight. And it's going to end. And then it's like 2 seconds later, it's over. Like, there's no, like, payoff that's worthwhile. It's just this real lame kind of like, okay. And then, just when you think it's over, they have a coda that goes on for another like 10 minutes where it's in the future and there's a new woman that's moved into the house and there's her two friends are there helping her out because she's pregnant, and they tell her the story of the pregnant woman at the beginning and how it relates to the whole film, and then it just kind of ends.
That's weird.
Yeah, they explain the beginning of the movie and the rest of kind of what happened during the course of the movie. So it's basically, if you missed the entire film and you just watched the last 10 minutes, you'd know the entire plot. They basically give you the entire plot.
Can we watch the last 10 minutes so then I can...
Get the whole plot.
See, I figured, even if I fall asleep, he's interesting, and like I'm learning, just like you guys. We should just do that from now on. Yep.
No,
This is
show.
Mr. Newlydead tells a tale.
The joy of the show is watching it with you.
Even though
like
I'm
watching
snoring.
She doesn't always. Like Voodoo Apocalypse, you didn't sleep.
No,
Bigfoot,
I would
you
say...
didn't sleep.
I would say that 10% of the time I fall asleep.
Did you fall asleep during Mega Lightning?
No, didn't I?
See?
No.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
you don't always. It's just like if it's really bad.
If it's really bad and I'm really tired. We always watch it like late at night, and sorry. I'm letting you guys down, and I just feel bad about it.
But see, that's it. You're not, because you've turned it into an aspect of the show. Whereas if you fall asleep during the film, then that means it wasn't interesting enough to hold your attention.
It's true.
Whether you're sleepy or not.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's just part of her, like the way her body works. She's just like, all right, shutting down.
It's like someone just turned off a switch and I can't like turn it back on.
Like the Vastra Narada. Hey, who turned out the lights?
Mm-hmm.
Doctor Who fans? You got what I said.
If so, comment.
Or send us an email at contact@thenewlydeads.com. I put the thing here, and we'll be happy to or chat with us.
So what would you give it? 1 out of 5 tummy lanterns.
For the sake of the tummy lantern, I will give it and for Bria Grant, I'll give it a 0.75. But that's as high as I can go.
I was going to give it a 0 because I fell asleep. I only remember a little bit of it.
The bad apples were truly...
They spoiled all
apples.
of the bunches.
All of the hunches of bunches and of bunches.
So since you don't really like this movie, what do you recommend that they do watch?
I mean, if you haven't figured it out already, that's a really simple recommendation, because there's only one other movie that has kind of tackled a similar subject recently that I thought was really worthwhile.
Can I guess?
Actually, 2 movies, but this is the one I went with because it fits better. Do you want to guess?
The Strangers.
Yep. 2008's The Stranger, starring Liv Tyler and Scott Speedman, and 3 very masked killers that, if you want to know who they are, you can look it up on the internet and it'll show you the actors. But in the film, you don't ever see their faces. They take their masks off at one point, but you don't see it. That's good filmmaking. Brian Bertino, the director, who also made a movie called Mockingbird. It was kind of a found footage clown thing. It was good.
He knows all of the things about all of the things.
But they made a sequel which was not as good because they turned them from... It was like Die Hard versus Die Hard with a Vengeance.
Hmm.
Like they were jumping helicopters into pickup trucks. I know I did that wrong. It was a motorcycle to a helicopter, but in the movie, it's a pickup truck on fire. It's a whole thing. People like it. It's on the shelf because I like franchises, and I'm thinking at some point I'll revisit it. But they are currently shooting. Rennie Harlin is doing a trilogy of the Stranger films, so they're starting it over or continuing, and I'm not sure which. But Rennie Harlin is directing. If you are a film lover, you know who Rennie Harlin is, and I'm curious to see how that goes. But yes, the Strangers did it much better. You've got killers that come to the door. They murder, people randomly, and there's no rhyme or reason. They come, they kill, they leave, and it's terrifying. Like, that film messed me up because it could happen.
It's terrifying.
It's terrifying. The only other film that did it that was similar, where the killers you knew who they were, was there was the original Funny Games and Michael Haneke, and then he redid it because it was German, and then he redid it in English with Michael Pitt and I forgot the other actor's name.
He'll insert it right here.
I'll insert it right here. I feel bad though, but I actually like the redo better than the original, and that movie also messed me up. Like, that was dark. Tim Roth and Naomi Watts, two excellent actors. Have you seen Funny Games?
No.
It
Oh, maybe.
Two kids who look
You
like
said
they're
Naomi
golf
Watts.
pros or tennis pros. They're dressed in all white, like white shorts and white shirts, and they're super like yuppie looking, and they like terrorize the two of them in their home.
That sounds very familiar.
It is messed up. Not like the worst thing I've ever seen, not even close, but it's pretty messed up, especially for a Hollywood film. It's dark. If you don't like dark films and you want a happy ending, don't watch that movie. Spoiler alert.
So what are we watching next week?
Next week, for the week 4 of the October Spooktacular Showdown, we are watching the big one, the one that all of you just went nuts for. Like, it was not even close. And I'm so glad this one ended up in the number 1 spot, because you guys were just like, well over like 60% of you, I think, said this was the one we needed to watch.
I hope it's a good one and I stay awake.
Oh, the movie is The Haunting of the Murder House, which I have to look it up because I always get it. But it's from 2022, and the cover I'll put up here so you can see it. But there's like a creepy clown in silhouette, and then there's like a house. So I don't know what that has to do with, I don't know.
Murder House.
But everybody was overwhelming.
Do I have to pretend like I'm going to do a little reading the synopsis now, or do I do that next week? Oh, I do it now, don't I?
Do it now.
Are you guys ready for this?
I am.
I'm trying to think how I want to start it.
You remember that? You know what the cover looks like?
Well, you just said it has a creepy clown
There's like
on
a
it.
creepy clown at the top and a house, and there's silhouette. The clown is in silhouette. Not silhouette, like visible, like invisible. Like he's a ghost.
A couple moves into a house. Inside the walls, they find a clown mask. I can't do it because he's just looking at me like, so funny.
Oh, here, I'll look over here.
And what they discover is truly gruesome. Ghosts, beasts, clowns. Hunky, hunky. The Haunting of Murder House. I suck at this.
That was already terrifying.
I suck at it.
I'm excited. I can't wait to see that movie.
Shaggy's so excited.
Bailey, look at him. He's like all worked up now. So if they want to find us, where can they find us?
They can find us at thenewlydeads.com. Or you can go on Facebook and find us, or we're on YouTube where we do different kinds of reviews, coffee reviews, food reviews. If you are, maybe I'm just gonna throw this out there. If you're an artist and you're interested in like other artists and like hanging out, we do have a Facebook group.
But you gotta shoot us an email.
Yeah.
And we'll give you the details
Yep.
then. But otherwise,
Yeah,
it's a closed group.
It is. It's private. It's on Facebook. But yeah, you can contact us at contact@thenewlydeads.com.
Yep. But we are looking to grow, and so if you're
Yeah.
an artist of any kind, whether you make candles or music or art or
Photography,
any sort of creative outlet,
interpretive dance,
and dancers, I don't care.
Maybe
as long
you're
as
like-
creative in some way.
a dog hair shaper.
Yeah, you're like a groomer who does like cool dog trims. You make pillows, action figures.
You like to
furniture, crochet. I don't care. Horror movies, whatever you do. Let us know. We'd be happy to have you be part of our
Yeah.
cool little group.
Yep. And then until next time,
Keep it cheap and creepy.
bye.
Go look after your mother and sister.
Where are you going? We gotta finish this.